Brosinos? It's Ashler Optic MiDNiTE, and welcome to this video that you just clicked on. I am playing Free For All on Ignition. It's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. If you don't know that song, then I feel like we just can't be friends. I don't know. But yeah, Free For All Ignition, gameplay, background, new camo, Snoop Dogg in the back, whatever. Just enjoy that while I talk, because some shit is going down and it's pretty crazy. So MLG has been hinting at lately that they're gonna make a really big announcement on Monday. And usually when companies say that, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're probably gonna announce something, whatever, we don't care. But they actually announced something really freaking awesome. So MLG is going to be having a Call of Duty Invitational at, they've had, you know, these kind of invitationals. They had a couple at PAX. You guys know the PAX, the event. And now they're going to the mother flippin' X Games. That's right. So like the actual X Games, like where they do like the motocross and the freestyle and the skateboards and the BMX, and now Call of Duty. How does that fit into that? So this is actually a really huge move, though, because this thrusts esports and Call of Duty to the mainstream. I would consider X Games a pretty mainstream thing. You know, when they're happening, it's a pretty big deal. This is all over, like, you know, the really big television networks and stuff like that. So this is actually like a huge freaking deal. And so to be able to have this opportunity for Call of Duty and esports, that is actually in freaking insane. So as far as how the actual tournament's gonna work, like I said, it is comparable to those PAX events. And this is from what I've gathered. This is just from me, Ashley MiDNiTE. I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody. I'm just saying my personal, what I've gathered from what it looks like this event's gonna be. There's gonna be 5 North American Call of Duty pro teams. And I'm guessing 3 other teams from around the world. I'm guessing, like I said, I'm guessing one will possibly be Australian, or just all 3 of those will be EU teams, European teams. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that there will be 5 North American teams. So how do you know if you get invited? How do you, because it's an invitational. Nobody can just go, you know, you have to get invited. They're doing it by pro points. So the pro points system is actually it's been a system that's been around for a really long time. And this upcoming event this weekend, UGC Niagara, or UMG presents UGC Niagara, that is actually a place where the pro teams can get the same amount of pro points they would from an MLG event. So this is going to be really crucial. From my understanding and looking at the pro points list, I believe that there are 3 teams that are, I believe, like I said, don't quote me on this. I think that there are 3 teams that are guaranteed a place at the X Games. Those 3 teams would be Complexity, Envious, and Optic Gaming. I think that that is just based on the pro points that they already have, that they've already accrued over time. I think that no matter what happens at UGC this weekend, they cannot be knocked out of the top 5. So don't quote me on that, though, but that's just what I've gathered from doing my independent research. So this is going to be crazy. So that's the teams. I think that there's going to be Optic, Envy, Complexity, and then I think the results of UGC Niagara this weekend will depend on the other 2 North American teams, and then 3 teams from what I would assume would be Europe or other countries. So, but what does this mean as far as the whole grand scheme of things? What does this mean for Call of Duty? What does this mean for MLG and esports? Do you think that this is, you know, a really good idea? Obviously, if you're a fan of Call of Duty and watching competitive Call of Duty, you've got to think that this is awesome, because it's just so much more exposure than, you know, you'd normally get as from going to like a PAX event or something like that. The X Games is huge, and so I might make another commentary on whether or not esports is actually a sport, because I think that's the biggest argument that I see on Twitter and stuff like that, and in YouTube comments. People are like, oh, they're not doing physical activity, so it's not a real sport. This isn't like a sport, but it is. I mean, the numbers don't lie, the stats don't lie. The people that show up to these events, the people that are viewing these events, it is a competitive thing, and just because you're not competing in a 110% physical form, I don't think that that takes away from the sport of it. But you guys will have to let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think about this whole thing? I'll put a couple articles down in the description that you can read about the event if you want to know more, how to watch it, how to possibly go to it if you live in Austin, Texas. That's where the X Games are this year. The date is, I think it's at the beginning of June. I will put all the info down in the description. You guys can let me know down in the comment section, what do you think? Is Call of Duty a sport? Does it belong at the X Games? Is this a good or bad thing? Let me know down in the comment section below. I love you guys so much. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Comment your thoughts and subscribe for future videos. Peace.